That's quite a view, isn't it? I think we've got a good pilot. He's taking us very low. Risky move. Taking us right in the valley. It's got to be 150, isn't there? 150 balloons here at least.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of our trip to Cappadocia, as I now know it's pronounced.
But if you missed part 1 when we called it Cappadocia,
Wrongly.
you do make sure you do catch that one, because I know a lot of people missed it over Easter, and it's just the most stunning place we've ever been to. And we start this episode with probably the best way to see it.
Coming up, floating over the stone towers of Cappadocia, a sky full of balloons. Sailing to Donkey Island, just for the fun of it. And taking the plunge. The water is clear, but still very cold. First light, a tiny breath of wind, and the conditions are right for ballooning. Field after field of brightly coloured airships composed for takeoff like instruments in an orchestra, each finding their unique place in the sky. We've waited a few days for the weather to be perfect. Now we're ready for the flight of a lifetime.
Tight squeeze.
Ahead of us, balloons already drifting over landscape carved and weathered over millions of years. Layer upon layer of multicoloured rock and natural sculptures. Takeoff is a little bumpy, but then we're up, floating.
Worried. Three right here. Right, I think we'll go around it.
We're just going
to. It's very musical.
perfect backdrop for an early morning fashion shoot as we drift over the valleys. An hour later and landing is an art form in itself.
We are landing here. I think nothing problem. You don't need landing position.
Spot onto the trailer.
Alamazlar herhalde ya.
An incredible experience.
Gel hemen gel.
A couple of days later, we're back out at sea. We're planning a few days at anchor on Donkey Island, which is named after the wild donkeys living there. Or so we're told. Breeze, if right on the nose. We tack up the coast, but look at our speed, nearly 8 knots.
So there's a few shoals in here, close to the point, so we're going to go up and past it. Navionics routed us through the middle, we're not going to do that. So yeah, we're just tacking up around and we go over here. That was a very nice sail. Wind's dropped off nicely as we come in. It looks like there's one boat in the... Is that the boat we're aiming for? Just there, I think there is one boat in it.
Yeah, just going for the middle one, trying to avoid the buoys here. We arrive just before sunset. There are 3 bays to choose from, all look lovely, so we just take our pick. And celebrate our life back on the hook with some rum, as you do.
Next morning, it's still warm and calm. Perfect varnishing weather. It's that time of year again, time for varnishing. A lot of people look at boats like this sort of say, well, I wouldn't want that because it's too much varnishing. I actually quite like the varnishing. It's sort of a job you almost look forward to doing because it's like cutting the grass if you're living in a house. It's a job that you can do, a mindless job. You can listen to a podcast, you can just sort of wander around and do it. I mean, I do try and make it relatively easy for myself. I use epithanes, which is the difficult one, just on the doghouse, just because that's what it's always been, and I've never stripped it all the way back. But for the rest of it, things like this and the tow rail, I'm using international wood skin, which is much easier to put on. So it's not too bad a job. And the key to it really is just to be somewhere nice. I mean, look at where we are. We've come out at anchor, and this is Donkey Island. You might be able to hear them in the background, but it's just beautiful, beautiful place. And yeah, just sit here, relax for a few days, get a few coats on. Couldn't be better. Okay, so I'm not so keen on the sanding. That's the problem with epiphanes. Lots of coats, all need sanding between. Wood skin doesn't need that prep, but everything does need a wash. But with the Spectra producing water in the sunshine, there's no problem there. We can splash it about. So that's morning duties taken care of for the rest of the week. A lap of the boat, a coat a day. Okay, varnishing duties done for this morning. Time for a little stroll.
Yep, it can dry when we're out. We're hunting for donkeys. I'm not quite sure where they are. We've heard them, but we haven't seen any. Just seen plenty of sheep at the moment.
Yeah, they're out on the hills there somewhere.
And there's another bay over the way as well.
Yeah, maybe we can walk across the top and get to the other side of the island. It's not that big.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah, but get the battery then for the
Okay.
for the outboard, which is on charge here. This is, someone asked, one of our patrons asked to see this actually. I've, I think, shown it before briefly. This is just a voltage sensitive relay, which I have it plugged in. So that's on a little XT30 plug here. So that just when we've got in lots of charge basically from solar, or if the engine's going or whatever, that comes on and charges the outboard battery for us, so it's not ever going to sort of take charge when there's not any available. And the other thing that I've done since the fitting of the lithium batteries is fit a proper switch in here in our shoe cupboard. So I've got a couple of MPPTs in here, but also now this switch basically takes the power straight from the big bifacial panel, the biggest one we've got on the back there, and divides it. So it can either, as it is at the moment, go to boat, or if I switch it, it'll go down and it'll feed this, which is our Bluetti, which lives in here. And there's an XT60 plug in there, which is what plugs into the Bluetti and charges that if this is switched over to it. So at the moment we've got 92% on the boat, so basically it'll be full while we're out. I mean, that's the good thing about lithium batteries, is that at this stage, if it was a lead acid battery, it'd just be trickle charging, but it's still taking 25 amps this out of all of our solar, so it'd be full within half an hour while we're out. So I might as well switch this over to here, which is now feeding the Bluetti. This is the charge up here. It's getting 220 watts of charge from the solar straight into the Bluetti. That's at 68, so the boat is still charged from the other solar panels, so I think it'll probably still be at 100% by the time we come back, but the Bluetti will be full as well.
Okay, ready? Great. Thank you.
Here we go. Still on our own in the bay, no one here.
Yeah, there's a couple of fishermen this morning.
It's a little jetty over here, but I think we can just put it straight up on the beach, and there's obviously something right behind, which is part of the donkey sanctuary, I would imagine. Yeah, I should be able to get in here, mind the rocks. I'm going to have to try and get a new bit of floating line, make a new painter. This one's very chewed up and thin now. Right, if we go gently in then. Got the clear water.
Yeah, it is. You can see the
It's not quite inviting enough to swim yet though, it's still very cold. No tide, but yeah, it doesn't hurt, just in case there's a big wash or something. Try to get away a little bit. I think it's
There's a house here of sorts.
Is there?
Well, a hut. That I could see.
Yeah.
So we'll see what it is. I don't want to tread on the flowers. They're beautiful, aren't they?
They're pretty, yeah.
I can smell donkeys.
Yeah.
I just can't see any.
Yeah, it's obviously a little corral for them here. One lone donkey in the corner.
Just one donkey, we set off in search of others. It is wonderful spring weather, sunny but with a cool breeze.
Pretty view.
That's a bit more of a path.
All on our own in the middle of the bay.
Yeah. Oh, what lovely colours. And there is evidence of our four-legged friends.
It's donkey poo.
I know. I know, you're right.
They've been here somewhere.
But they're not here now. Should we go and have a look? Should we get in the dinghy and go around?
Yeah, let's have a little look around the coast.
I think
It's
so.
a little bit difficult walking through here. A bit scratchy.
It's getting a bit bumpy.
Yeah, wind's come up a bit around here. Oh look,
Ah,
there's goats.
goats, yay.
Goats on the headland.
Bending us.
Yeah. Where's the donkeys gone then? What have you done with the donkeys?
And then the wind gets the better of us and we return to Fair Isle. I know, wimps. Very
I've
cold.
got my shorty on though. It'll be fine. It's time because it's just such a nice day. It'd be silly not to. It's lovely clear water.
It really is clear.
I'm not sure I'm going to be staying in that long though.
There's one boat coming in.
Yeah, look, it's summer started. It's official.
Okay, good. Have a nice time. I think the goats have come in today as well.
Do some underwater pictures.
Find some fish.
Lovely. Whew, bit bracing. It was as cold as it looks, but I wanted to check the bottom and in particular the prop. Remember this from the boat lift video? The prop itself, I've been using Velox on it, which I really like, and I can't get hold of anymore. I couldn't get hold of it here or in England. When we went back at Christmas I tried to get it, and I think it's on the banned list now, which means probably it had a lot of biocides in it. It's probably good stuff in that respect, but you know, you should be using it, I suppose. So yeah, shame, because it worked really well. But I am going to use this stuff instead, Seajet's Propeller Clean. I'll see how that is. It'll do well if it's as good as the Velox. First impressions, not good. Already missing half its top coat. Luckily, it seems Velox is still available. I think I'll be switching back.
Meanwhile, the weekend starts with the other boat joining us, and we learn yet again about the fabulous Turkish hospitality.
Yeah, never say a bad word about motorboaters. The guys in the boat here just bought us a lovely lunch. I think word got out that I'm such a bad fisherman.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to
They're
it.
fantastic. Ready
Very
cooked, still warm. Yeah. So we've got a bit of raki and have some lunch.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
And then the weather changed.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, is it? And it's not a lot of wind either. We've got drizzly rain but no wind, but we're rather hopefully just going to stick the sails up, see if we get something.
At least it is still warm-ish.
It's okay. Still doing 5 knots. So there's enough just about, and actually as we get clear of this land, might get a little bit more. We clear this isolated marker buoy, we can come around on a complete beam reach. Need to just tighten up the uphaul a little bit there. Get some bit of shape in the sail.
My seat's
Cup
a
of
little
tea.
bit wet.
Yeah, the wind's gone behind us, so it's the rain is now coming in to the doghouse. The good news is the wind's come up a bit. Look, we're doing 6.3 knots. It's not bad. In fact, we're going faster than the guys over here in their little light Beneteau that should be sailing, because the wind would be brilliant for them. And they're motoring and we're overtaking them. So yeah, very nice.
Are we?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
We're certainly going faster than they are.
Oh well. And it's nice if it wasn't raining and if the sun was out. This would be really excellent.
Back in the marina, we're set for a few more days of rain, but at least that gives us time to reprovision and get ready to leave. I'll miss Cheshire Marina. It's been a great place to spend the last few months, but now I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Turkish coastline.
And we do have a gap in the rain clouds, and Cheshire really is coming back to life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spring has sprung.
It's lovely. I'm not sure my masking tape has completely survived the rain we've got, so I might have to redo that. I need a couple more coats, need a few bits more to sort out a bit of provisioning before we get on our way.
And throwing out. Things will be thrown out, won't they, Steve, from the sail locker?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we still have the debate about the bikes, whether we can fit them back in there. They might get thrown out as well, but we will see.
I'd like to keep the bikes.
We're looking forward to our trip south, though. The first stop is Bodrum for the Sea and Sail for Kraken Yachts. Then we're going to go further. We don't know how further south we might go. We might go all the way to Israel, who knows? And we don't know where we're going to end up next winter. So if you want to find out those details, do try and keep in touch with our social media. Thing's gone a bit strange at the moment.
It has. Our Instagram died completely. We're not quite sure where it's gone. So we've had to change the name to SV Fair Isle and start all over again.
Yeah,
so do follow us and we'll follow you, and hopefully we'll stay in touch over the summer.
Yeah, but the best way really, because I don't really see the point of Instagram, to be honest. We have got some really good ways of following us on Patreon for the people that do that, because that's the best way. We do Zooms every month. And
and a WhatsApp group now.
Yeah, the new WhatsApp group. So that's going really well. So yeah, people following us on there, and obviously there's the website as well. We've got the second part of the battery film to put out pretty soon, and I have managed to update the website. I was having problems with that, and there's a whole page on there. So look out for the new battery piece, and yeah, do visit the website and have a look through that.
So thank you to our patrons, especially those on WhatsApp. That's been quite a good chat. Thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.